Well, welcome to our video. My name is Alicia Gainey, and I'm here with Peggy Waters. She is
Hello.
our Unisub brand manager. I'm our communications person. And we're here to talk with you about setting up an online store with Shopify. Basically, we want to teach you firsthand how to set up an online e-commerce site, and this will help sell your products.
All right.
So what are we going to talk about today? We're going to get into some online basics, a little bit of detail about what it takes to be online. What's the point in setting up an online shop? How will it be helpful? Then we're going to get into some technical details and setting up with Shopify. So that'll be the real meat of the video today that you can take back with you, and you can even work through and set up a shop as you're listening to this video. So make it a little bit easier. We'll get into some tips on how to market the site, make it successful, and then we've got quite a few resources at the end that we want to share with you that can be very helpful. So what are the basics for being online now? Well, we've got an example of a business here. This is a local business, kind of close to where Peggy lives.
Yeah, it's right down the street.
Yeah.
Great little place
For
those of you that love bourbon country like we do.
Right, exactly. And basically what they have here, they've got a website, they've got a Google business listing so that people can actually find them whenever they search for their name on Google, with a lot of information about them. And then they've also got a social media page. They've got a Facebook page. So we really can connect all of these things to make the biggest impact online.
And they have a store website, as we saw on there.
They
so
do.
That's what we're going to go over as well.
Exactly, exactly. So what's the whole point of setting up an e-commerce website? What's the benefit? Well, first and foremost, it really lends credibility to your business because you have a professional website that people can see. They can see all the products that you have listed, and it gives a great first impression before they even step into your store. It provides a way to sell by linking to social media. That was something I found interesting. There's actually a way now, Facebook has kind of worked it out where you can have a button on Facebook where you can, on your page, where you can click.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and it literally takes you to buying the product.
Used to, you actually had to provide a link to your online store. And for people who didn't have an online store, they were just like, hey, I just want a Facebook page and be able to sell from there. So now they actually have that.
Yeah, so that's another option, but we're going to get more into detail as we go through here. And then you always have to look at the statistics. Here are 97% of consumers that search for products and services online. I don't know how much more, I mean, a few more percent, right? But 97%. So there are so many people today who are buying, who are searching for products online and actually making purchases. So we definitely want to take advantage of that captive audience, right?
Absolutely. And 82% of customers seek out information about your business online even before coming to a brick and mortar store.
That's a great point.
So think about it, like if you have a store or if you're working out of your home or wherever you're working from, people that want to do business with you, a lot of times they're going to look you up.
Yeah, like we said, it's that first impression. Exactly. So Shopify, what is Shopify? It began in 2006, and it's an e-commerce platform that's easy to use. And now there are tons of e-commerce platforms out there. But we just decided to go with this one to show you, give you an example of what it takes to set up an e-commerce website. Just a little bit about the company. They have over 300,000 active Shopify stores, so people are using it. It's coming in handy. And then they have about $29 billion in sales, and they're one of the leading store builders worldwide.
And, you know, we're not actually affiliated with Shopify.
Right.
We're not compensated or anything by them. We're just presenting this as a, solution for you if you want to find something easy that you don't have to know a lot of skills about to be able to put your shop online.
Just to make you be able to grow your business, make more money. That's what we're all about. So why Shopify? Well, it's great for beginners. You don't have to have a lot of skills or techniques. It's really easy to walk through, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
Step by step, lays it all out. You can sell as many products as you want, so you can just keep adding to the list of products.
You don't have to know JavaScript. You don't have to know HTML or CSS. None of that. So you don't have to have the programming skills that some things used to use back in the day when you would build your HTML site or something like that. Yes, you don't have to have that.
User-friendly, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah.
User-friendly. And the pricing is reasonable. It's really set up to suit you as a small business.
Exactly.
As a growing business. So then let's get started.
All right, so the very first thing you want to do, obviously, is go to Shopify.com. So once you go to that site, there's a little button that says Get Started, and you'll want to click that. And it will ask you, of course, to register and set up an account. So do that by entering your email address and the password, and make sure that you put your store name on there, and your password is something that not everybody can guess, because this is your store you're talking about here. So it will also ask you about, hey, are you already selling now? And any kind of revenue that you're making, they just want to know a little bit about you. So this is just something they're asking you. And if you're someone who's setting up a site for someone else, they'll ask you if you're designing a store for someone that you're working for. You just hit next. You'll also want to put in your location information, so you'll enter your name, and it's funny, add an address so you can get paid is what it says at the top.
Right.
Everybody wants to get paid, so please make sure that you put that information in there. And then you're going to get started almost immediately adding a product, which is really cool. So
it kind of jumps right in.
They have a nice little welcome message for me there because I signed up. And I selected a trial period and then kind of got billed later, so that's why you see this up at the top here. But I thought, hey, let me go ahead and add a product, see how this works. So all you have to do is click Add Product, and you'll see another screen, and it basically just asks you for, okay, what's the name of your product? What's the descriptive name? So are you selling a T-shirt? Are you selling a coaster? And what kind is it? And then you have a description box below it, and on the next slide, you'll just want to make sure that whenever you're picking out a product, you want to keep it brief but descriptive in the title, because down below it in the description box, you can be a little bit more detailed and, give people some ideas about how that product can be personalized or how it can be used, or why do people buy it? Like, why, what's so special about that product? And you actually have a place where you can upload an image. So you would choose a product image that you have, which we'll talk about product images later, and upload it. And one of the tips that we wanted to pass along is that for Unisub and Chromolux products, we offer product shots on our website. You can go to unisubgraphics.com and click on either the Unisub brand or Chromolux brand of products, and you can get free product shots.
Makes it feel so much
It
easier.
totally is. You can get them in JPEG or EPS format.
And then they're also decorated or blank, right? So
Absolutely.
you can add your own image and personalize it.
So if you're like, I'll just take this decorated product and put it on here, that's fine. Or you can put your own really slick and cool design that you're selling, like a Happy Face coaster or something, and you can actually upload that product.
Great.
Now, if you want to get things shipped to people, which is the whole point of doing online, you're going to have to add some shipping information. So whether you're a USPS person or UPS or FedEx, you want to make sure that, okay, well, I'm going to box this up in this particular box and packaging, and this is how much this package will weigh when I ship it. So any kind of shipping information that you can add on here, it will ask you for the weight and information like that. So you can go ahead and get set up with your shipping.
Perfect.
And you can also add variants for the product. So for example, let's say it comes in several different finishes, or if it's a T-shirt, it comes in different colors. You can add that information about variants within that product listing. And you can verify that the search engine listing that you put for your description is accurate. So let's say that you get to this point and you're like, well, hey, wait a minute, this key hanger, it actually has this on it, or I could add a little bit more down here about this that would get people to buy it. You might want to add that and then make sure that you save your product listing.
Saving is very important.
And it's going to be repeated throughout this webinar.
Yes, it will.
Or this video. So adding more products, you want to click on products on the left-hand menu, and from here you can actually see the products you've already added. So I added a key hanger, and if I wanted to go add some more, I can just go click add another product. So it's pretty easy.
Very simple. So then setting up your shop theme, this is kind of where it gets even more fun. You get to you actually get to customize your theme. So pretty simple here. You just click on Shopify in the top left menu, and then on the right you can see the arrow down here. You click on Customize Theme, and that'll give you the option to set up the theme to suit your business.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just click Visit Theme Store at the top right of the next screen, and it will enable you to go to a store and search a wide variety of different
themes. There's so many different things,
exactly.
And a lot of them are free.
Yes,
so
that's
awesome.
the handy part. So viewing the free theme. So once you click on that, you can click Free at the bottom left of this screen to see the free theme options. And you can scroll through them, and you can look at the paid themes But personally, I'd like to check out the free themes.
I mean, what's free? Because I'm down with free if it works for me.
Okay. And then something helpful is when you're looking at the images that you see on the screen here, try to picture what your images will look like in any of the spaces of the image. This theme is called Testament, and as you look through the images here, just picture what your product would look like as you're looking through each of the themes.
What's really cool is it shows you a phone on there, which we're going to talk about just in the next slide about responsive sites, because you want to make sure that your site can be viewed not just on a computer but on a tablet and also on a phone. Because mobile shopping, guys, is getting huge, and that's just something you want to keep in mind when you have a website.
Definitely.
So in this minimal theme example, I got really crafty and thought, hey, which one do I want to choose? I found something called Vintage on this minimal theme, so I selected that. And if I wanted to say, okay, what is it going to look like, there's actually a demo that I could click to do that, that helped me pick it. And responsive, it's responsive, so it simply means that it can be viewed on different browsers and on different things like a computer or mobile device or tablet or smartphone. And so you just click Start with this theme. And next, choose Publish as my store's theme. And when you do that, it's actually going to start downloading the software that you would need to actually upload using that theme. And so once that theme is actually installed, then you can customize what it looks like. So you create the look you want for your store's brand, and you click Customize Theme in the little green area on the upper right side of the screen. And then you'll get a dashboard. So my theme that I chose has a dashboard, and there's all these different things on it, like you've got a header, you've got a slideshow in there, there's a footer, there's all sorts of things. So each section is divided out, and certain things within those sections, you just change them to fit what you need.
And then to add a logo, so in this example, Peggy actually put together a really cute little logo. Obviously, we're Unisub, the manufacturer. The logo we put together says uniquely Unisub, just for fun. And then if you look at the right under logo on the left side under header, recommended dimensions are provided, which makes it really easy as you're setting up your logo to get the right size.
And then you want to make sure that you click Save.
Click Save, exactly.
So when you go through the different theme elements, so remember how I said it's got like a slideshow, it's got a header, all these different things. I just clicked at the top, and you can actually click back if you want to go back just to navigate through different sections. Because sometimes you're like, where am I? I'm getting lost here. There's a main menu button down here at the bottom, or you can click header and click back, so you can kind of navigate easily through those elements.
As long as it's saved, then you won't lose anything by going back, moving around.
That's a very good point. Now, you also, like this particular theme that I chose has a slideshow. It's really cool. So it has sections that rotate across the page. You've probably seen this on other sites. So I took and added a product shot that we put together and put it in the slideshow. And it's got like a wedding tray and different things on there. And you can actually use that for one product, for several products, and link it to, either that product itself or sections on the site. So if you made a flyer for your sale that's going on, if you have a sidewalk sale, if you have a brick and mortar store, and you want people online to know about it, you could actually, have that on your on the home page as a slideshow, and people, when they click it, could get information about where it is, when it is, etc.
That call to action, that's important.
Exactly. So always click Save again if you put all these images up and you actually want to save those images on there. And then there's a section in this particular template that says talk about your brand. And so basically what that is, you just add information about your brand. So why do people want to come buy from you? What makes you unique? What things do you offer that you just can't get anywhere else? Are there any specific types of products or designs or things that people would be interested in? For example, if my son is playing for a high school team and you actually have merchandise that goes with that high school, and you have their logo on your stuff, then you might want to let people know, hey, we carry, Central High School's logo on our items, and you might want to feature that. So talk about your brand, who you are, and, make sure that you're letting people know what you carry. You can also add different things to your theme. So if you see that you have different sections on your theme, you can keep customizing it. So from the main menu, if you're back at the main menu, just click Themes at the top, and then you click Customize Theme on the right. And in the customization section, you just navigate to whatever section you're wanting to change or edit and click like, for example, featured collection. This is where I can actually spotlight, say, let's say that I got like 2 new shirts in and a serving tray, and I've gotten metal prints in. I've got all these different cool things that I want to feature for people. I can actually put those on the home page underneath, or I can put them wherever. But it's really cool that it allows you to actually feature things you want people to see. You just go and add sections as you need to.
You can add as many sections as you'd like, right?
Well, each theme is going to be different. So
Okay.
some themes, the way they're built, you know,
Right.
they might have the slideshow at the top. Some of them actually have little thumbnails at the top.
Gotcha.
So it kind of depends on what theme that you select,
right.
and how you can add to that.
Very cool. And then in line with viewing your site, so pretty simple. You just go to the online store by clicking the top left-hand side menu. Just click Online Store. And then you can select Catalog and use the Sort By function if you prefer, just to see all of your different products. We only got 3 here as an example.
I got lazy, only put 3 on there for this example.
Right. And then to view the home page, so if you were sorting through everything you knew when you go back to the home page, just click Home. Pretty simple.
In most sites, I think you can also click the logo, and that usually takes you to the home page too.
Exactly.
It's kind of neat. You're kind of previewing and browsing your site and saying, look at what I did. This is pretty awesome.
Right. And then setting up customer payments, because you want to get paid.
We're all about trying to help people make money.
Yes, exactly.
So let's figure out how to do that. So from the Shopify main menu, you'll select something called Settings. And then from that Settings menu, you'll see something that says Payment. So Shopify actually has its own payment system that's automatically included, which is pretty cool.
So helpful.
It is helpful because everybody likes to get paid.
Right.
But you can also use things like PayPal, Amazon Pay, or some other options if you want to do that. I'm a PayPal fan, been using it for a very long time. And of course, anybody that eBays and has been doing it since the dark ages like me probably has a PayPal account.
Right.
But Amazon Pay, there's always different kinds of payment systems coming out, and Shopify supports a lot of those in addition to its own. So you click the Setup tab for whatever payment option you choose, and then it will walk you through how to set that up and get your account set up so that funds, when people pay online, will come to your account and you get paid. And you also want to make sure you keep an eye on, like, okay, what's some required information that you need in your checkout? Like, are there any things that you need your customer to provide if you're personalizing something for them? You also want to choose the shipping method and calculate your shipping, which we kind of talked about before. If you are in a state where you need to collect sales tax, or be mindful of other states that will require that you collect sales tax, like in Kentucky, we're required on purchases. You'll want to make sure that you find your tax rate and set that. And you can choose messages that customers see when they check out and after they pay. So it's kind of like you're reassuring the customer, yes, we're really a business, and yes, we're really going to ship this to you, and it just helps them. So, and then you can also select notifications like when people place an order so that you know when they've placed an order. And it's not just for you, but it's also for your customers saying, yeah, you received your order, thank you very much. It's on its way.
It just gives you the complete package where you're an actual company with a helpful e-commerce site.
And some common customer questions. So if you think about the fears and things that people have online, or common questions they have, I mean, think about it. Somebody's sitting at home or at work or somewhere, and they're on their phone, and they're wanting to buy from you. So if you set up your site and shopping cart to where it's easy and you're answering questions up front, it is very helpful when people are wanting to order from you, and they want to get some sort of receipt or acknowledgement that you know that this is, that they know that it's coming to them, correct totals, and any kind of policies. So, for example, people are asking, well, when is my item going to be shipped, or when am I going to get it? How's it going to come? How much is it? Is this just shipping, or is taxes, you know, they're going to be adding taxes? And just things like, you know, did you even get my order? Or will I be notified if anything changes with it? Or if, you know, if I gave you this information, did you get it? And so what is your return policy? That's another big one. And how can I return items? So especially if you're doing personalized products, that can be kind of a tricky one. So you want to make sure that you specify in your details of what you're giving back to that customer when they order from you, that you have language in there or a policy in there that covers that.
Definitely. So reviewing and promoting your site, it's not just enough to have it. You've got to actually promote it. One thing we recommend is just taking a look at this basic checklist. So when you're looking at your website, review it. Have someone else review it for you too. Check the links. Make sure they're functional.
Have your teenager try to buy something on it.
Right.
You can actually refund yourself if you think about it. I read an article that said, people were like, if you're going to set up a website, actually have someone purchase that you can then refund, and then you know if it works. So
that's a great idea. Just work out all the kinks as much as possible before you go live with your website. No misspelled words here.
And other things you might want to think about, Google Analytics, a free and very good tool to use. So it's not hard to set up. You do have to put some code on your pages, but they step you through it with Shopify, which is awesome. So who is actually coming to your site? That's something you might want to know. Are they staying very long, or does are they leaving, and where are they going to? What products are they looking at? You also might want to see things like if your page load is really, really slow. You don't want to do that because people will leave your site. They'll abandon their cart. And another topic would be cart abandonment. So Shopify actually offers tools that help you gather this info. And if you have people, and people abandon carts all the time, there is actually software that will show you, like what they abandoned, and you can actually retarget these people with certain software. But you also want to find out, hey, why did they leave the cart? Is it the shipping cost? Is it the pricing? What is it? So again, this is something you might want to keep in mind about your site, especially if you're not seeing the sales right away, or you're having people that just don't seem to follow through with the purchase.
Right. So promoting your site, you don't want to assume that if you build it, they will find it. Like we said a billion times before, you want to make sure that you promote it. So for social media, do you have a strategy? How are you going to drive people from your social media posts to your website to actually start making purchases? Really, the most important thing is to have a call to action in the social media post. That way, it can say, visit our website or purchase the product here. Just some way that people can take action based on the quality information you're sharing with them.
And like any kind of updated inventory or something, like let's say you went out of stock or something, and you want to say, okay, we're temporarily out of stock, and then maybe you want to let people know, oh, we're back in stock. We do have these products back now, so please buy from us.
Right.
The big one.
Right. And then for search engine optimization, just try using keywords and phrases. And really, that's not complicated. Just use keywords that describe your business or describe your products to make sure that it lines up with what you're actually selling. That way, when someone searches for them, they can find your site. And then, in terms of email lists, it is so helpful to have, like Peggy was talking about, the retargeting, having an email list of people that you can reach out to who are already interested in your business and your products will be so helpful in communicating updates or changes or new products, and that way these people become your loyal followers.
I've been on vacation before and gone into a shop and didn't know that they had a website, but they had collected my email address. I gave it to them because I thought what they had was really unique. And then when they got their site built, they actually emailed me to let me know that now I can purchase from them online. It was very cool because if I wanted to go and buy more products from them, I could definitely do that. And they send me stuff from time to time. It's pretty nice.
That's helpful.
So other helpful resources, information, I've got a couple slides here that we put together for you. And Google Business has something where you can set up your company listing for absolutely for free. So for example, you don't want for people not to know where you are, what your hours are, what your phone number is,
it's so frustrating for consumers.
It is. I mean, I have searched for business sometimes and just not been able to find them or not had a phone number that was correct.
Right.
So Google will allow you to do this, and you just have to enter the information and verify it with Google to get your business set up. Now, people will be able to rate your business using Google, but that's actually a good thing. That's a thing for you to listen to people and make sure that you're addressing things and running your business the way you should to impress your customers. There's also something called Facebook Blueprint, and it talks about how to grow your business using Facebook. So let's say, for example, well, Shopify, I'm not sure if I'm ready to take that step yet. Or I just want to sell on Facebook. Well, it tells you how you can do that. Shopify does have a tool, but also Facebook will step you through that as well. And they have a webinar that you can walk through. And then there's a checklist for e-commerce sites, so make sure that you look at that. This is something that was a little bit more inclusive than the one we had, but it gives you some things to be aware of. and a longer, more inclusive version of successful e-com sites. So what have people done that have really blown e-com out of the water? There's an ultimate guide for that. And then, are you getting some pretty good product shots for your site? Well, you want to make sure that, of course, you don't have shadows on your products or things where people can't really tell what they are. And if you're on a budget, don't worry, because Shopify actually has a blog post here that I put on there. And it's a great product photography guide. It's like a cheat sheet to tell you how to get it.
Awesome.
But I will let Alicia tell you about the next item.
Because we had to include our website. Just shameless plug here. This is the website we mentioned earlier, but this is the place that you can go to get free product shots, templates for all of our products, and then rights-free graphics. So if you are out of ideas and you need some more inspiration, you can go to our website and find as many things as you want to use.
There's also an A&E magazine about, we subscribe to that for awards and engravers, but it's got a really cool survey about custom gifts. So I included that as well if you want to read that. And a place to avoid the 5 biggest mistakes. If you're a HuffPost fan, Huffington Post, then this is something that you could read through as well.
So we're really excited to share this information with you. Hope it's helpful, and we'd love to hear from you. So if you have any success stories or different tips that you have when it comes to e-commerce websites, we'd love to hear them. That way we can share them with the people who follow us.
Absolutely, yeah. We're all about trying to help people grow their business. Of course, we also love our products too, but we all know that people want to start their own business. They want to be successful. We know that personalization and being able to sell in multiple places will help you be successful and grow. So that's what we're all about, and that's why we're dedicated to providing these videos and various things to help you.
And we definitely want to mention that if you are a social media fan, please check us out. Just look for Unisub on Facebook and Real Unisub on Twitter. And if you are interested in joining our email list, then you can go to our website at the bottom right corner of this page, www.unisub.com, and scroll to the bottom of the page, and you can type your email address in, and you can just get added right to our emael list. So
the next time we have a very helpful video or anything online, we can share. Our newsletters are chock full of great information, but it requires your feedback too. So if you want to give us some ideas on what to do, we're very open to that. And we thank you so much.
We appreciate your time and hope this is helpful, and look forward to having you come again to the next video.